Hey, what's up everyone? Thank you so much for coming back for another video. My name is Dooley, and this video I'm going to be talking to you about the top 5 things to know when starting calligraphy and how I went about doing it. This is going to be a 5-part series. And first, let me know what your thoughts are about calligraphy. Have you started it and are you interested? And if so, what is something that you struggle with? And let's get into the rest of the video. All right, so first I want to say with calligraphy, when I started, one of the most difficult things was deciding and trying to figure out what the hell is calligraphy, because calligraphy, there's so many different ways to describe it and different types. And then another thing was, where the hell do I get started at? How do I learn how to do this? I see people doing it online, on Instagram, on YouTube, and then I'd say the best thing to do for me would be to find books that explain what it is, and as well find groups and websites and etc. to help me get a better understanding of what calligraphy actually is. And some of the books that I definitely recommend for you to get, this one is great for getting down basically the title of it, the Foundations of Calligraphy, which is this book right here. And I just got this book because I was recommended by one person that helped me out with calligraphy. And this book really gives you the foundations. I'm going to be going over this book, parts of it, through this series. And the next book I definitely recommend getting is if you have parallel pens, this book right here, Parallel Pen Wizardry. And this book, I've had it for a very long time. The only thing I will have to say I dislike about it is how it is stapled. It is not bound like this. This book is coil, and I've had it for a while, and it's hardcover, so it's gonna last a really long time. But back to this book. This book definitely has taught me a lot of new technique. Oh, as you see, it's falling up. It fell apart. The cover did, at least. And inside, just talks to you about the ink, writing with the parallel pens, drawing, Gothic, writing on fabric, and I recommend picking this up. And the next book I really recommend getting, not just for what I want to say here, not just for calligraphy, but for training your eye and really understanding letter widths a lot better, because I know that you're not just gonna want to do broad edge calligraphy. I know you're gonna want to expand and do more. That's what I did, as if you follow my journey, as you can see documented on my Instagram, is this book, Dangerous Curves by Dooley. I have a review on this book that I did a while ago. This book, let me show you a few of the pages inside really quick. So it just has lettering here, then some ambigrams, which could use as inspiration, some more lettering. This is very nice script, and Doyle Young, all stuff is sketched out, as you can see, and done by hand. And to be honest with you, I have not read this book. I've just used it as inspiration, and there is so much in it. This book definitely is not cheap. For some people, it may be not worth it, but I will have to admit, I was skeptical about it at first, but I've made back from my calligraphy what I've spent on this book. And last but not least, let's get into one book that I have used the most out of all of these. And here it is. This book right here, the Calligraphy Bible. I got this book and it still amazes me at the amount of information that is in it. And I say the amount of information that is in it, well, mine I've had it for, it's still falling apart, but fell apart on me. I've had it for a while and I will still use it once I get back to doing. Anyhow, so it just talks to you about the papers, inks, gives you broad edge script, single stroke lettering, and also talks to you about the basic structure letters. And then it will even give you a breakdown of the letters, and also the strokes to do with each letter are numbered, and it'll give you even more detailed on the history of the hand that you're doing. And then it'll, at the bottom, give you the points of interest. One of my favorite hands. Let me show you really quick before we get out of here. And if you haven't done so yet, leave a like on the video. Just let me know what you think. I'd really appreciate taking the time to do so. All right, so one of my favorite hands that I have always done has to be Gothic black letter. That's one of my favorites. There's certain letters of each that I have always enjoyed more than others. And let me see if I can find it. Yeah, Secretary is one of my favorite hands. I love the upper and lower case. I don't really like that version of Fractor. I like the Flourish Fractor capitals. And then Schwabacher, I don't really like that. Batard, that is one of my favorite hands. As you can see, hard for me to decide, but this is still falling apart. I recommend this book to purchase to help you out with getting started with calligraphy. And next week we will talk about you'll just have to stay tuned.